to Melanie's Mississippi. This is where we go beyond the headlines to explore the heart of our state. Because here, every story has a soul, and every soul has a story worth sharing. And every week, I get to sit down with creative minds, bold ideas, everyday heroes that make our communities shine. Thank you for joining me today. Now, here with me today is the founder of Shower Power, Teresa Rickenberger.
That's
Let
right.
me say it
You
right.
did it.
Rickenberger.
That's it.
Rickenberger. You have amazed me for so long, and that I now have you sitting right here next to me. Teresa, I guess we need to start with Shower Power.
Mm-hmm.
Shower Power is what I saw you on social media, and I'm thinking, what a wonderful idea to have this big mobile unit where people who we're seeing more and more of, homeless people, displaced people, truly just got off the bus and have nowhere to go people, and they can get a hot shower. Tell us how that started. That started with you.
Well,
I know you don't want to say it, but it did start with her.
The way it started, and thank you for the way you've been so nice to me.
Oh,
Thank
you're amazing.
The way it started was I met a man. Me and my kids went out one very cold day about 7 or so years ago and handed out warm things to people. And the first person we met, his name is Benny, and he's on Lakeland Drive. I talked to him for probably 3 seconds. It was so cold. And I jumped back in. About 6 months later, I'm driving down Lakeland, and I see Benny, who I thought was Benny, sitting by the stop sign at Penn's Fish House on Lakeland Drive. So I pull in, and I'm like, hey, do you remember me? And he said, yeah, you gave me this hat. And I did. It was his little skull cap. And I asked him if he was hungry. He was, so I went to McDonald's and got us both a fish fillet. I sat on the ground. He sat on his little upside-down bucket, and we talked. And he was so nice, and I made it a habit. I'd go by like every couple of weeks and take him something to eat and talk.
And he talked about his life,
how
he ended up like this.
He did. He was from another state. He said it was a very cold state. I cannot remember the state. And he works at the gas station. He picks up their trash, and they have him a refrigerator. They're very good to him. And, I used to wonder, where do they eat? Where do they sleep? Mm-hmm. And it never hit me, where do they get clean? Mm-hmm. So, and I tried to get Benny hotel rooms. He wanted nothing. He said he was fine. Mm-hmm. But one day, about a year into our friendship, I said, where do you get clean? And he said, he pointed to the gas station across the street. And I said, like, how? And he said, in the bathroom, in the sink. He started doing this and showing me. And I was like, Benny, it broke my heart. Like, I don't even remember what else he said. And on my way home, it was like a 10-minute drive, I created Shower Power. Literally. But it was just for Benny, which sounds insane.
Well, that was really, at that point, that was who you knew. I mean, you had made a connection here with this man.
100%. And I tell people, I'm not trying, but I do. After a lot of stuff that's happened through my life and people I've met through the past 6 years, I firmly believe it was the Holy Spirit. You can't tell me that thought popped in. It was like, boom, literally on my drive home, I planned it. And I got online. I got on Craigslist, and I called several people that had box trucks, and and they were all asking me, "What are you gonna do?" And I'm thinking, this is weird that they're all asking me, "What are you gonna do?"
But in your head, you kind of knew I
knew exactly what I was gonna do. I just wanted to put a shower and a mirror and a sink. That was all I wanted. Anyway, the guy that I called last, he had the biggest truck, and it was the most expensive. He was so nice and was like, what? He wanted to hear all about it. And I was like, I can't afford your truck, but I want to come see it because you were the nicest person. Anyway, and he was the one I ended up buying the truck from. And I say, God had his hand on this from day one. I say God has had his hand on me since I was created
Right.
in my mama's womb.
Right. No, I believe it.
But yeah, and Benny was so excited.
Oh my good. Oh, okay. Well, wait. Well, we got to go back. First of all, I know who Benny is because
Mhm.
I don't really know him, but I'm telling those of you watching because I have seen this man on Lakeland Drive at that gas station sitting there, and so I know exactly who he is, and this connection now. How would I know?
Isn't
And
that
then I
something?
know who you're talking about. But when you said, now, what were you doing before you ever thought of shower power? You are a realtor.
I'm a realtor, just working and go and do, you know, living life.
And getting your children involved and helping out with things. I mean,
Oh
like
yeah, look,
that.
I have helped people since I can remember walking. Literally, I probably gave somebody my pacifier and don't remember it.
It's your DNA. I mean, really and truly, yes,
It's
yes, you are
always
a blessing
been no. I mean, I've just always had that in me
to give
to give.
and to help.
Yes, it's just I think I was born with it. I do.
I do too. What about okay, so now we're back to the truck. How long did it take and how did you raise the funds to do that?
Well, I sold some extra houses. I did. I was like,
You
oh
worked,
my gosh.
you were just working.
Yes,
both
I
ends.
didn't know. I didn't. Nobody even knew. It was just for Benny. Seriously, it was a.
This
I
big
didn't
truck?
Yes, I know I'm nuts.
No, you're not.
I am. Yeah. Anyway, I'm like, oh my Lord. So the guy.
You're amazing.
No, I'm not. I think I was like, when I told the guy what I was doing, he was like, that's nice. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he gave me a discount.
Of course.
And then
How nice of him.
I said, I don't know who's going to do the work, but I'll figure it out. I don't know where I'm going to park this thing. And he went, I can do it.
He could outfit it
He
into
could.
the.
Yes. And I know every step you will go, God did have his hand on this whole everything. But yeah, and anyway, so he did it, and it took him a long time. It took him a year.
Yes.
And
But that gave you time to find out where am I going to put it?
Right. Well, it didn't. No.
What happened?
I know. Well, see, and I have a client who owns JH&H Architect Firm. Do you know them?
No.
They are the nicest. Well, I called him, and I said, I have bought this truck, and I need to hire you, maybe, depends on how much it is, to draw it out real quick. And he did it for free. And I went in to look at the drawing, and he had drawn two of everything, 2 showers, 2 sinks. And I was like, oh, I didn't say anything. I was like, I was very appreciative. He wasn't charging me. And it was a big deal. And I went to Kevin, the guy that I bought the truck from. I said, don't put both of these in. It's for one person. And Kevin was like, you might as well do both. You never know. I'm serious. So I was like, okay, whatever. All right. So I was still going to see Benny, and I was like, Benny, this shower is going to give you power. Anyway, shower power. He was so excited. Like, he couldn't wait. I remember I took him Chick-fil-A one morning, and he held that sandwich, and he said, I need a shower more than this sandwich. But when it was complete, he wouldn't get in. He wouldn't. He was, when I tell you, terrified. I was like, Benny. But I guess he thought, I got this crazy girl bringing me chicken, saying,
buying a truck and
saying,
doing all that.
saying, get in. Yeah.
Yeah, so he probably was a little.
He was nervous.
timid.
He was very nervous.
Yeah, about
And
doing that.
He said, it's going to affect my skin. And I was like, Benny, it's going to clean you, and it's yours. This is your truck. Like, I will bring it weekly, 3 times, whatever you need. And I said,
Would you drive it?
Yes.
I knew that. I knew it was going to be yes.
But I said, Benny, and it's a water hose.
Good to see you.
It's hooked up to a water hose. It's nothing.
Yes.
And he wouldn't do it. And he told me he was sorry, and he pointed to downtown Jackson and said, there are so many other people that need this more than me. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Not what you expected.
No, I was like, holy heck. So I called Kevin. I was like, he won't take a shower. I don't know what I'm going to do. Can I leave it there for a minute? And he said, sure. And I was like, I guess, I could try to find some people. And a lady that I was friends with, her name is Debbie Scarberry, and I called her. I mean, she was so excited. When I told her, she was like, yes. So anyway, the first day of Shower Power, it was me and Debbie and my kids.
Uh-huh.
And Debbie went out and found people. She went to the woods and found 3 people. And they came and got in the shower, and they took 45 minutes, both of them. 2 showers, 45 minutes. And then the other guy got in. We were there like 5 hours for 3 people.
Because it must have felt so wonderful.
Yes. And Kevin let us set up in front of his shop. And then the next week it grew. We had like 7 people. And this past Friday we had 160. Yeah. But
And so how long has it been in existence?
6 years.
6 years.
A little over. It was November was 6 years.
Wow.
But no, and we had to move. We couldn't be out there in front of his work. And a lot of people said they wanted to help. Businesses were like, yeah, you can park here until it was time to. And then they were like,
Uh-huh.
sorry about it.
Uh-huh.
So Kevin was like, the building next door to me is for sale, which I didn't. There was no sign. And I was like, huh. So I told some people, I said, go find me some houses. I'm going to have to sell my arm on Facebook. I got to buy this building. And I bought it. I found the owner, and I bought that building.
You bought the building.
Mm-hmm.
And where is that building?
It's at 836 South Commerce Street.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a contractor walk in to tell me what all needed to be done. And he walked out the door and went, you got to tear this thing down. And I said, I use this word a lot. Sorry about it. I said, I can't. We can't do that. I'm sorry. Bye.
Yeah, you're not my person.
Nope. And you should see it now. We didn't tear it down. And most everything in there was donated. The work, churches showed up.
The word got out.
People showed up and helped. And it has turned into something that has saved. And look, if it weren't for these volunteers, I'm not kidding you.
No.
We have about 23 core volunteers. If it weren't for them, there is no way on this earth this would be happening. And the donors, we depend on them. We don't get grants and all that. We depend on the public, and we have 2 employees, and we can get into that later.
Okay. Okay.
But it is unbelievable what has happened over the last 6 years and how it has turned into what it has turned into, all because of Benny. And I tell Benny still. I told him the other day, we're still there, and you're an angel because you are the reason that truck went down to downtown Jackson. I probably would have just sold it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's how my mind goes. Is like,
Okay.
I do think Benny was an angel. Is an angel. I do.
That's where it all started.
Yes, it is.
It's really Benny Shower Power.
It is. I wish I had named it Benny Shower, but I do.
Shower Power is a great name. So this last time, how many people did you have? When does it open? What are the hours?
Shower Power. A normal day is Friday. And we open, people start getting there at like 6.
In the morning?
In the morning. We have a little group of little ladies that show up about 6:30. They make coffee, hot chocolate, and orange juice. We have a man that shows up with donuts. We have a couple. I thought they had this breakfast trailer and they started coming. They started coming maybe a year ago with this trailer. It was a food trailer. And I was like, y'all are so sweet. Tell me the name of your company, and I'm going to start helping you get business. And she went, we heard about y'all. They created it for us. That's all they do. They show up, and I call them the pancake duo, Karen and Joey Myers. And they show up and cook pancakes, sausage, eggs.
This is every Friday morning.
They come most every Friday.
Most.
And then we have a hot lunch that is served, and it's donated. People sign up to bring lunch. We have a DJ that lives in an abandoned building.
And he'll come out?
He comes to Shower Power and sets up and plays music. It is like a street party. We have a lady that walks around, Miss Rachel, and prays over people. We have we call it a little library. We have books.
And do they?
Oh, they love books.
Okay.
Yes. And we walk around, we fellowship with them, and we listen. Just because you live outside doesn't make you less than, but it makes you feel less than. Mm-hmm. And just because you're underprivileged, some of them don't live outside. Some of them live inside. They just have nothing. Love your neighbor will furnish it for them, but they may not have electricity one day, you know. But
it's a struggle.
it is a struggle, and the underprivileged people feel so less than, and it's heartbreaking. But we do our very best to show them dignity, like respect, show them that they're truly loved, they're really cared for. It's anyway.
Oh.
It is just I can't describe. I wish I could cut my little heart open and say, "Look at all this."
Oh my!
To just say what it is like.
I've been in awe ever since I saw that you doing this, and I thought, it's just amazing. Do you deal with like when someone is sick, or we know the mental illness is it affects a lot of the homeless or unhoused people. How do you deal with that?
It is a lot.
You see that?
Yes. Have you ever seen the lady that used to live on High Street, and she had it was sick?
Yes. Yes.
Well, she trusted nobody. Yeah. Well, me and a few of the volunteers in Luke Wooten Ministries. I don't know if you've heard of him. Oh my gosh,
Luke Wooten.
Luke Wooten Ministries. Him and his wife live in Carthage. I used to call it Cartilage. That's why I don't like talking. Seriously.
You should be telling the world all this. We need to get this out.
But anyway, they had been going by to see her too. And anyway, it was quite an experience with her.
Kind of an intervention.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. But we took it very slow. I knew her favorite vape, her favorite, I would walk up, hey, she'd be in her tent. Hey, it's Teresa. Hey. And I'd be like, you need anything? I need my vape. I need my this. I need my order from Whataburger. I knew her. And that's what she would do to Luke and Charles and Tina Elliott, who volunteer with us. Cindy Britton would go with the volunteers with us. And we just got her to trust us. During the cold front last year, Luke Wooten has a bus. And he comes and helps us pick people up for the cold and put them in the shelter. And he has a lift, and she's in a wheelchair. I can't describe what it was like getting her up off that ground. I cannot describe it. She sits she uses the bathroom. Wherever she's sitting. There was money. It was all covered in, I can't describe it. It was sick, and she was sitting there on High Street. I don't understand how they know how that can be okay with I don't know. But anyway, we got her, it took a lot of volunteers. I don't remember I think it was Tina Elliott and another volunteer that bathed her when she got to the shelter.
You were able to get her there.
We got her there. And then we got somebody from Whitfield and the mental health. Anyway, it was a struggle, too. We had people come interview her, and they would say, we can't help. But anyway, we got her in a hotel, and we had somebody watching her. She went to Whitfield, and she has, yes.
She's been there?
Yes. She is so, and she's so sweet. She is so
wonderful.
Sweet. I can't describe how sweet she was. I'm serious.
My goodness. What is the background story? Did she just?
I think she had some mental illness. I don't know the whole story.
Right. But it ended up with her
mental illness and addiction. And I've learned a lot about addiction, and some of these drugs will turn you into. It puts you in a psychosis, and it messes up your mind, and it's sickening and it's scary. I just don't understand. I'm thankful to God that I don't understand. But I am there to help the people who are stuck.
Well, this is another one of the what a wonderful ending here.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. It's like she's 10 years old.
She's just so happy there.
Yeah, but she's like a little kid. Like, she loves to color. She loves her little toys. And,
Yes, yeah.
She is a sweet. Oh, she's so sweet, and she's beautiful. I remember when we picked her up and put her in Luke Wooten's bus. I was going, her skin.
Just
It was so smooth. I was like,
how old?
she's mid. She was mid to upper 40s. She
And
shouldn't have.
just
I mean, her skin was so smooth,
uh-huh.
and
That's something.
yeah, her eye. She was beautiful.
Wow.
Very sweet.
What does the future hold? How do you see this?
Her or shower
No,
power?
shower power.
Lord have mercy. You know what? Who knows? I would have never thought that we would have turned in to what we are today. Now we have our own winter shelter at our place. We used to partner with the city, and we decided it would be better just that we can have it there. We can
You
access all of our stuff. And
exactly.
Yes. But yeah, so I never, ever, ever, but I didn't think about it.
No.
So I'm hoping that so much more can happen.
Yes.
It's going to be a surprise.
And in speaking with some of your volunteers, they say it's the best thing they've ever volunteered for. I mean, it must give people I can imagine, just a real feeling like this is so needed.
Right. No, it is. And a lot of the volunteers, I wish that you could hear some of the stuff they say. It changes their life.
Uh-huh. Like, what do they say? Can you?
Oh, like, one family, a lot of people come that have lost children to addiction. And it fills their heart to give back. Tina and Charles Elliott, you need them on your show. They are two of our core volunteers. I think those two alone have changed more lives in that ministry than I have chills than any. All the volunteers change lives, but those two, it's unbelievable.
And they lost a child.
Their only child. Yep, it is sickening.
Yeah. Yes.
But I tell people, coming to Shower Power will open your eyes and make you realize a lot. And I think so differently. Like, there are days if I read a mean text that somebody might, whatever, or something, I stop and go, I am thankful to God that I have eyes to see. My broker has passed away. He would be so mad at me for saying this. But he used to say, stop saying that. I failed my first real estate test. And I remember walking back from the mailbox and sitting on my doorsteps and thanking God that I had legs to go walk to my mailbox. That's how my mind works. And
you look at the positive.
I do. And he said, stop telling people you failed. I'm like, but I'm trying to be positive about it. I passed my second one. But, yeah, I try. And, there's a girl at Shower Power that there's something about, when she shows up, I have to come inside because I get very emotional. I'll do it now. I stand in there and go, God, that could have been me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She reminds me of me. I never had an addiction or anything like that. But there's something about her, and I'm like...
It just reminds you of a younger you?
She's probably my age.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really then
oh,
just,
It's like, could have easily...
Have been you.
It could have.
What do your children say?
Oh, my Lord. They're so sweet. My son is in college.
I can't imagine they would be anything but.
They are. They love it. But my son is in Oxford, so, he can't. My daughter has a job. But before that, I mean, they were very involved, like super involved.
And they know that that's what you do. And
oh, yes.
And what a wonderful.
They're very, they have the same heart. Look, my son, oh, Lord, they both will give you whatever. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were raised like that. And then to see what you've done now. Oh.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't even like saying, somebody asked me the other day, how'd you get involved? And I changed the subject. I was like, But you know what? If it weren't for all those volunteers, we wouldn't be where we are at all. So it may have been my idea, but I promise you, I give every person there the credit. They have been there. They are all up there right now working the shelter. And during the shelter, people give their life to Christ. We have a church service, and our pastor, Tim Burnett, came and did the service this Sunday. I'll send you a video of this lady singing.
Yes.
Oh, and her story is, it gives me chills. It's
So people
sick.
will give their story, tell their story.
Oh no, her story is sickening, but she sang with the band. It was, I can't describe it. It's been shared multiple. We put it on Facebook, and it has been. And she gave us permission. She is the sweetest, and Miss Gwen is probably in her 60s. It's sick. Her story.
Oh my goodness.
And we try to help. We offer people help, and if they aren't ready, we love them right where they are.
And sometimes they're not.
And a lot of times they're scared because it's what are we going to do after? We try to go through it with them. If you get help, we're not going to leave you. We're going to stand beside you and get you through and help you out and get you on your feet. And we're always going to be beside you, I promise. And we are. We really do that.
Oh.
And the volunteer, you should,
Well, the volunteers, like you said, Mississippi is, such a giving and volunteering state, as we know. So I guess I'm not surprised that there's volunteers for this, but this is a specialty where you're actually face to face with people who are very scared.
Yes.
And some unwell. And it's not everybody that can walk into that.
No, it's not. And the core volunteers and a lot of the people that come, they have the heart, and it matches. You will see it when you're there, and you'll feel it. It's just unbelievable. It is unreal.
So 6 years it's been.
6 years it's been.
Your life before this and your life now. What's the difference in your for you to talk about?
Yeah, well, before I just lived, like normal, which this is now normal. All the volunteers say, I don't even remember what I did before. I'm like, well, it opened. I've thought my eyes have been open to people in need, and I love animals. Oh my gosh, if we won't even get into that.
Yeah,
I couldn't do the animal side. I want to. But that sends me in a whole different, oh gosh. But we do rescue some. But I guess the difference now is my heart has always been open to people who struggle or underprivileged. But now when you're there seeing it and walking through it, there are nights I have to get up out of bed because I'm like, the people that I love are laying in a building on the ground. And it bothers me so bad. In the beginning, it was bad. Like, I was like, I couldn't go to sleep. And it was like, oh my gosh, it would start raining. And I'd be like, oh my gosh. And it's still like that. But I guess the difference is I've always been very appreciative and had lots of gratitude. And I think it's double, tripled, multiplied because some of the stories, and I won't say this man's name. Nobody will know who he is. We had a man show up a few months ago, and they were like, he needs help. He needs a bus ticket. He is freaking out. So we pulled him to the side, and I was like, what's going on? And he said, I'm a contractor. I had a stroke. And he said, I just lost some business. And he said, I couldn't pay my rent. And now I'm out here. I don't know what to do. He said, I'm freaked out. He said, I have family in another state. They don't have any money. I have no way to he was panicked. And he was so nice. And I was like, oh my. I said, look, we're going to help you. So we got him a bus ticket. And I said, I need your phone number. Because the ticket came to my phone. I said, I'm going to send it to you. And he gave me his phone number. And I went, you've worked on my house. And he went.
He came up in your phone?
Yes. And I went, do you know? And I said the name. And he went, yes. And I went, I said, you've done work for me on real estate. I said, I'm a real, and he went, oh my gosh, he was so embarrassed. I was like, do you want to hear? I mean, I can tell you something about me that's embarrassing if it'll help. I was like, you never know. He sat there and he said, Teresa, I had a home I rented. I lived a normal life.
Yeah.
I've been a contractor for years, and I had a stroke. He said, I didn't have money saved. I've been irresponsible. And he said, and I am in a bind. That is a very good, and like he told me, and I said, please let us know you got there safe. He texted us probably a few months ago and was like, if it hadn't been for y'all, I'd be living in a building. If you hadn't sent me, because my family couldn't afford.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's there and he's doing a little painting. And anyway.
Doing a little work that he can do.
Right.
Yes.
It is just like, you never
know.
my
gosh. It like came full circle.
Yeah, you never know. And just because somebody's down on their luck, sometimes they stay down and then they end up. And then, can you imagine?
No. But he was so distraught over all of it. It wasn't his nature to be with nothing.
And he was panicked.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was panicked. It was like...
And how he found...
He said somebody told him to come to us because he said somebody said, go there, they will help you. They'll get you a bus ticket, which we do, but we verify stuff and make,
Yes.
Yeah, but it is just like, it's very eye-opening. It'll make you go, very fortunate, wasn't you? Because it sure could have been.
What, can it stay forever?
Shower power?
Yeah, it's staying.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be a part of...
I pray to God it stays forever. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I'm like...
Well, your story is... it is amazing. I know I use that word a lot, but it really is, and how it came to be, and how many people now have this and can use it, plus the volunteers who have been changed themselves.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And to see it, I wish you could just franchise it.
Me too. I've had a lot of people call.
Yeah,
we have.
And
we would be happy to
help them.
Absolutely.
To do this.
Yes. We met with a church. I can't remember which church, and it was, I don't remember, somewhere in Jackson, like South Jackson maybe. I can't remember. But I remember saying, y'all, think about it. Because they have the perfect spot. I said, but it's a lot.
Oh, yes.
But it'll come to you. Once you get it started, the community will start pouring in, and they will. And I think you're amazing.
Oh,
I do. You really are.
You're very kind. But this, Teresa, I'm telling you, the minute, and I followed you on Facebook anyway with as a realtor, and then I see you're doing this, and I said, oh my goodness, what a great idea this is to do. I wonder if this is like a something you purchased, in terms of a franchise kind of thing that you were doing. And then it just became, I would see more and more and more, and it's just remarkable. We're very lucky to have you.
Well, thank you.
And your abilities and your mind to think of all these things that you can do. Oh,
it's
yes.
not just
and
me.
Benny.
I know.
We're thanking Benny,
I love
too.
Benny. I'm going to go see Benny today.
Okay, good. Oh.
He is so sweet. And again, if it weren't for the public and the volunteers, and, we all have so many ideas. I have so many. I wish I had 9 lives.
No, you really do have.
Oh, no.
You have one comes after another.
I do.
That you think.
And there was a guy that he was, what's it called when, I can't think of what he was. It wasn't autistic. It was.
Bipolar?
No, he had a little, he may have been a little autistic. Anyway, he was killed by these people. Anyway, it was sickening. He was one of my favorites.
On the streets, he was killed.
Mm-hmm. But he named me the unicorn. He also would say everybody's on Teresa time because I'm always late. I'm 10 minutes late. He would say, on Teresa time, a unicorn. He was the sweetest. And I tell you.
His death must have been.
Oh, God. I can't.
Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I know it just had to have been. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was horrible. But I think they've all changed my life. But he
did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was there there's a reason they're all there.
And I pulled up one day at And we got him in housing once, and oh, God bless him.
Just wasn't for him.
It wasn't.
Yeah, and
It
it's
wasn't.
not. I've
And that
heard
is
that
okay.
before. Yeah.
It is okay. But I would pull up at the building he would stay next to, and he would. One day I pulled up, and he was sitting there with a coloring book, and it was unicorns. He colored the whole book. He would go find frames like they're in my house. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
I have a letter from him that I cherish. Mm-hmm. It is. He changed my life.
Well, you are changing people's lives every single day, and I know you say it's. I think it's God,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it is those volunteers have come, and
Yep.
that you
Lord.
have this mind that thinks we could do this, and next we could do this, and
Oh, yeah.
that's just going to continue on.
Well,
You are just a gem
oh no,
for this community.
they're all gems.
Yeah.
They're down there right now, just and every shelter, somebody's life is changed. Every single shelter, there is at least one life that is completely changed. So I'm working on this guy right now. He left. We went and found him. He thinks I'm nuts. He thinks we are nuts. We were rolling down the window. We found him walking up Gallatin
So
Street.
what did you say? Hey, come over here.
I rolled the window down. I said, he looked over and I went, sorry about it. And he was like, what? He said, y'all are crazy. I said, we are. Get in. But anyway, we got him back. I'm praying he's still there because he wants to go to treatment.
He does.
He does.
Oh, good.
I hope.
I know it's hard
It
for
is.
them. Yes.
It
But
is
you'll
hard.
walk. There are people
He's-
there that will
yes.
help.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yes.
We don't pay for that. There's a grant through Harbor House and other
Oh,
organizations.
Harbor House. Yes.
Mhm.
Very good. Yeah.
There's a guy, Jody Penton, in town. He helps a lot with, oh gosh. So
See,
yeah,
all these people that most of us won't know,
right.
that you can throw these
Right.
names of all these people that have come in to help these. They're out there.
They are out
And
there.
they're again, they're all part of a volunteer
Right.
community
Right.
that's giving back.
Right. They are. It's unbelievable, and almost every volunteer, and I say it too, we are changing lives. Okay, we are. But they don't realize they're changing our life.
I can't thank you enough
Oh, I can't
for
thank you
coming
enough.
and talking, and people can see the person behind this, the person that started it, and then talking about all your wonderful volunteers
Mhm.
and the shelter that's available
Mhm.
now, which is so good. I mean,
We are so
I just
thankful.
am so sad when I see so many on the streets. And out here, we do see a lot of people coming in and
It
out of
is-
the woods.
oh,
and
it's
and
sickening.
it's very sad. And, I didn't grow up seeing that.
Yeah.
Did you know?
No, I didn't grow up seeing it.
Or seeing homeless like that?
Not like that.
No.
Not, mm-mm. I didn't
So
grow up seeing
it's
that,
like
all that.
there's so many,
Mhm.
and it's and a lot of the addiction problems.
Yes.
I think that.
I am thankful. Everybody thinks I'm
lot.
in recovery.
Oh.
They do. They all say, how long you been in recovery? I'm like, my whole life. I mean, I'm thankful to God. I was terrified. I
Yes,
was
you wouldn't have done that.
Oh,
No.
I was like terrified of drugs.
All right, out there, if there's people who are watching and saying, "How can I help?
Mhm.
How can I help? How can I get involved?" Tell me how they can.
They can go to our website, which is showerpower.ms, and donate there. They can email us. We have a phone number on there. They can call or text. And we do have different people around town, like Mattress Firm. There's a lot of people in Madison that have boxes that they're collecting stuff for us. They can show up at our location and drop stuff off at 836 South Commerce Street. And follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
And I'll make it real clear, we had one employee, and now we have two. All the volunteers, nobody gets
Nobody
paid.
gets
The
paid.
money you're donating goes toward the people. we serve.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But now we do have 2 employees, but they are so needed.
Well, that's and that's so good.
Yeah.
But now people can, if they have a store or themselves, you would provide a box for them
Sure.
to have
Yeah,
at their
absolutely.
store
Yes.
and to collect.
Mhm.
And I do know that it's clothing. Certain sizes are needed
It
more
doesn't
than other.
matter.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, the main guy is 32, 34, 34, 34,
Okay.
36, 34. But I mean, any size.
Any size. And I've heard shoes,
Oh,
maybe
absolutely.
extended size shoes
Yes.
are always
so needed.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
particularly for
And
the men.
we
Yes.
take pop-top food items. We have a food pantry.
Oh, good.
Yes.
No, I did not know that. Okay, the food
We do.
yes. And so, all right.
I'm telling
You're
you.
wonderful.
You're wonderful. I think you are. I've always thought that.
Thank you
I'm
so
telling
much.
you, when I got that call about I was like, what? Which I don't
I'm
like.
just
I tried to I was like, can somebody else do it? I don't like being on TV. And they were like, no. I was like,
oh no, no. I said
was
we
so-
got. She is the one.
You-
We
I was
got to
so
have her.
humbled.
Yeah.
I have looked up to you and admired you for so many years.
you are very,
I'm
very
and now that I've
kind.
met you, I'm like,
Yeah, you were just.
I want to be like Melanie
No,
Christopher.
you were just.
Very sweet.
I'm going to come out there. I got to see it
Please
in
do.
action.
Please
I
do.
really do because it's just a powerful example of what one person started and everybody came to help. And thank you for joining me for another episode of Melanie's Mississippi. Until next time, I'm Melanie Christopher.